يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء.
O man, we have created you out of male and female, and we made you into nations and tribes so that you might come to know one another. This is the shi'ar or slogan of this event, inspired from the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And tonight, inshallah, we will have a presentation about two countries together, Jordan and Palestine. And you all know how important the history of Palestine. I'm sure you have a lot to say about Palestine and Jordan. And when we talk about Palestine, we talk about Al-Quds. And when we talk about the Quds, we talk about Masjid Al-Aqsa. And when we talk about Masjid Al-Aqsa, we talk about Al-Mi'raj, or Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj. And we talk about a lot of things. We talk about the 5 daily prayers. We talk about the heavens. We talk about a lot of things. So, Palestine, it's very, very important country for every Muslim, especially the youth. And we have to pass on this message to the youth. The youth have to understand that we have historical and cultural and religious heritage in this holy land. So I won't take too long, but I would like to introduce first Brother Thair and Brother Ra'd. We should all welcome them. And let me remind you quickly of the rules of the event, of this presentation. First of all, no side talking, please. And no questions during the presentation. And please turn off your phones. The presentation lasts 45 minutes. And after that, 15 minutes, inshallah, we're going to do a quiz where we're going to ask questions and you answer. And lastly, we'll finish, inshallah, with a good dinner, inshallah, prepared by sisters from Jordan and Palestine. Bismillah.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters. And thank you for coming to learn or to take a little journey to Jordan and Palestine. As Brother Rashid said, Palestine is not only for Palestinians. It's for throughout the history, thousands of years, has its heritage and Islamic and holy history. So it's the country or a place in the Holy Land for every Muslim in particular and to all Arabs. So let's start with Ra'd. He's going to take us for that little journey.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. So, from a geographical perspective, Palestine and Jordan are at the physical crossroads of Africa, Asia, and Europe, and they've been the most important region throughout its history. And the conquerors of the region have included Egypt, Assyria, Macedonia, Rome, Byzantium, and Arabia and Turkey. And settlement there is believed to date back to about 8000 BCE and to the village of Jericho in the West Bank. So the history of Al-Quds in Palestine is some work in the area suggests that the city was inhabited by humans as far back as 8000 BC, and many names are given. However, its earliest known name is Ur-Shalim. It is the official Arabic name for Jerusalem, and the translation of a Canaanite town, Ur, is an Arabic word for city, and Shalim means peace. Ur-Shalim is then the city of peace, and the Palestinians have settled along the stretch of the Mediterranean coast that extended approximately from Jaffa to the Gaza Strip and was within the land of Canaan for many centuries. And in 1000 BC, Nabi Dawood conquered Jerusalem and walled and fortified the city against further invasion, and then he built the temple. And then some more history is in 586 BC, and the Babylonians destroyed the temple by and then it was later rebuilt. In 332 BC, Alexander the Great captured the whole of Palestine, and in subsequent years, the Egyptians, Ptolemies, and Syrian Seleucids ruled Jerusalem. In AD 70, the Roman Emperor Titus destroyed the temple to punish and discourage the Jews who had rebelled against his rule. And in the 1st century, during the Roman era, the town of Bethlehem here witnessed the birth of Jesus. In AD 135, the Roman Emperor Hadrian rebuilt the city, and he gave it new walls and officially named the land as Palestine, while renaming Jerusalem as Aelia Capitolina in honor to his pagan god Jupiter. And in AD 313, with the widespread of Christianity by Rome, Aelia Capitolina, he underwent a revival greatly aided by Saint Helena, and this is just the history that they tell. This is what actually happened. Who sponsored much rebuilding of the city in the early 4th century, and it became a center for Christian pilgrimage. In 621 AD, the Prophet ﷺ had the night journey, and he ascended to the heavens. The Prophet led all the other prophets to pray in Masjid Us-Sunnah, which is the basement of the current mosque. And here's a picture of the basement, and it houses a library containing around 130,000 books. There are also some 4,000 manuscripts, which were donated from the private collections of the Jerusalem families. And UNESCO says that the library contains one of the world's most important collections of Islamic manuscripts. The mosque was built on top of the temple where the Prophet led the other prophets in prayer. And the covered mosque building was originally a small prayer house that was erected by Umar and but was rebuilt and expanded by the Umayyad Khalifa Abd al-Malik and finished by his son Al-Walid in 705 CE. And the Dome of the Rock mosque was constructed by Al-Walid and Abd al-Malik, and this was commemorating where the Prophet started the heavens journey. And 2 years later, the mosque was built on the same site, and that was commemorating the place of the Prophet's prostration. And the two mosques and their surroundings became known as Al-Haram al-Sharif, and it became the third holy sites from around the world. So this is just like a bird's eye view of the area, and there's the masjid, and then the Dome of the Rock is in the middle. Some more pictures from the inside. And the basement, this is the basement. In 638, with the rapid spread of Islam, and the city was captured by an army led by Abu Ubaidah, and he was under the caliphate of Umar ibn Khattab, and Islam made its way to Palestine, and the Muslims had considered Aelia Capitolina to be an important place for pilgrimage after Mecca due to its religious significance as being a place of the night journey to the heavens. And at the end of the dynasty, the city had been named Aelia, and the name changed to Al-Quds during the Abbasi dynasty, and has been the same until the present day. In 1095, Pope Jordan II preached for a crusade against Muslims in Palestine, and those who will fight, he said, promised heavenly redemption for their sins. In 1099, Jerusalem was conquered by the Crusaders and its inhabitants slaughtered. And these were the Muslim Christians and Jews. It wasn't just the Muslims who went to the persecution. In 1187, under the leadership of Salah ad-Din, Muslims recaptured the city, and much to the relief of the Christian inhabitants, there was no revenge killing. Those who wanted to leave were permitted to do so, and they were allowed to leave with all their goods and belongings, and those who wanted to stay were guaranteed protection for their lives and were welcome there. By 1228, a sixth crusade landed on the shores of Palestine. A year later, under treaty, the German Emperor Frederick II crowned himself as King of Jerusalem. For 15 years later, It was retaken by an Egyptian army led by the Pasha, or the governor, Kharazmi, and it was held by the Egyptians in the face of the 7th Crusade until the 15th century when it passed into the hands of the Ottoman Empire. And in 1917, Palestine was captured by Britain, and the British Foreign Secretary Arthur Balfour signaled the British government's support for a Jewish homeland in Palestine to wealthy and influential Zionist Lord Rothschild. And this is the population and the distribution of population in Palestine. I don't know if you can see, but Jerusalem is towards the middle, and then Bethlehem is under that to the south. And there's Gaza on the left. And now on to Jordan. The capital is Amman. The population is 9.5 million. And the languages there are Arabic. And the religions are mostly Sunni Muslim, and there are 2% of Shias, and 6% are Christians. So Jordan is located to the east of Palestine, and it's to the northwest of Saudi, and south of Syria, southwest of Iraq, and east of the occupied Palestine. So this is the population distribution in Jordan. You can see most of the population is in Amman, and following up are the population of the non-Jordanians, and mostly right now it's distributed between Iraqis and Syrians, and there's a lot of Egyptians. There's also a lot of Palestinians who came as refugees in the mid 1900s. So the evidence shows that humans have lived in what is now Jordan for at least 90,000 years. And this evidence includes Paleolithic tools such as knives, hand axes, and scrapers that were made of flint and basalt. And Jordan is part of the Fertile Crescent, one of the world regions where agricultural likely to have been originated during the Neolithic period. People in the area likely domesticated grains, peas, lentils, goats, and later cats to protect their stored food from rodents. Jordan contains a lot of holy sites pertaining to at least 10 different ancient holy prophets and the tombs of 20 of the Prophet Muhammad's companions. The most famous are the Prophet Aaron, Jethro, Joshua, Job, and Moses, and companions Ja'far bin Abi Talib, Zayd bin Haritha, and Abu Ubaidah bin al-Jarrah, Amr ibn al-Jarrah. Many of the Prophet Muhammad's companions and military leaders were martyred and buried in Jordan. Some learned that this figure is at somewhere around 30,000 people, and a brief selection is outlined below. And there were many strategic battles that were fought in Jordan, such as Muta, Yarmouk, and Fahl. And the Prophet Muhammad's tree, where he took shelter during the journey from Mecca to Damascus, is still located near Safawi al-Maqra. And this is a grave of Habib, the son of Adam. This is the first grave on earth, is what they say. And here is of Shu'aib alayhi salam. It's a grave. Here is the mosque of King Abdullah. This is in the center of Jordan. Here's another picture of it. And prophets that were in Jordan are Prophet Noah, his shrine in the city of Karak, and Prophet Sulaiman, who has a shrine in Sarfa, and prophets Ibrahim and Isa reportedly traveled extensively in Jordan. Lut's cave and his shrine and museum are south of the Dead Sea, which is in southwest Jordan. And Prophet Yahya was the son of the Prophet Zechariah and continued his father's work of preaching the word of Allah in Jordan. Also there's in Wadi Shu'aib lies a shrine of Prophet Shu'aib, which we saw a picture of before, and the shrine of Prophet Yusha west of Salt, and the final resting place of Prophet Ayyub is southwest of Salt, and the shrine for Prophet Dawood is also there, Prophet Hud, and the shrine of Prophet Adam's third son, and the shrine of Prophet Harun. So some companions that have been known and linked to the area are Bilal in Wadi Sayr, the Tom the tomb of Abd al-Rahman ibn Auf al-Zuhri, and Abu Ubaidah Amir ibn al-Jarh, Mu'adh ibn Jabal died at the age of 38 in the Jordan Valley. Shura
Shurhalil ibn Hasna died from the plague on the same day as Abu Ubaidah ibn al-Jarrah. Dirar ibn al-Azwar was a poet and fierce warriors in the town of Deir Allah. Most of the tombs of Zayd ibn Haritha, Ja'far ibn Abi Talib, and Abdullah ibn Rawaha, who were the murderer of Ma'rakat Mu'tah. Maysara ibn Masruj al-Absi, buried west of Salt in the town of Arts. The grave of Ikramah ibn Abi Jahl, marked by a collection of stones in Ashkelon. The tomb of Abu Darda is located in the modern building in the village of Shulam. Jabir ibn Abdullah al-Ansari, Ka'b ibn Umayr al-Ja'fari, Al-Harith ibn Umayr al-Azdi, the strain of Farwa ibn Amir al-Judham. The Dead Sea is the landlocked salt lake between Jordan and the east of West Bank on the west. The Dead Sea is the lowest point in the world, reaching a depth of 400 meters below the sea level. It's 80 kilometers long and about 50 miles, and 18 kilometers wide. It's at the widest point. With a surface area of 1,020 square kilometers, the Jordan River and several small rivers feed the Dead Sea. The water is extremely salt and no vegetations or organisms that live in it. The water level is decreasing by 85 centimeters each year. So talking about the Dead Sea, I would like you guys to make a dua. There was a tragedy happened, and you guys heard about it on Thursday. About 24 children in the age around 13 who died while doing a field trip with a school caused by the flooding of water, and make dua for them and their families to God grant them patience and their ones from that tragedy. There are about 6,000 masjids, and about 3,000 of which do not have officially assigned imams in Jordan. There are many scholars from all over the world studies and have lived in Jordan. There are many Quran reciters, among which included Muhammad Rashid al-Sharif from Palestine, Jamal Shakir Abdullah from Jordan, Arif Abdullah al-Ashi from Palestine, Ibrahim al-Jormi from Jordan, and Ibrahim Safar Azam from Palestine. So next we're going to go show some pictures from both from Jordan and Palestine. Have you enjoyed it? This is the University of Science and Technology in Jordan. This is Roman theater. This is Petra. Petra is known to be one of the sevenfold wonders. This is also their part of Petra. This is in Jerash, it's a Roman city. Wadi Rum, the valley from. This is a part of the Dead Sea. Cave people. This is some of the food that Jordan popular and sweet popular on. You're going to see some of it, inshallah, tonight. Not all of it, some of it. So I think so, I don't know who. This is called Mensa. This is the main dish that they cook in any occasion, whether it's a national dish and happy occasions or sad occasions. And this is the basbousa or harissa. And this is msakhan. It's also a Palestinian Jordanian dish. Hummus, you guys familiar with it? And this is za'atar. This is some pictures of Amman. Some pictures from Palestine. Okay, Jazakumullah khairan, brothers and sisters, for listening for this short
Stick around, we're not done yet, brothers and sisters. Please, we're not done yet. Okay. MashaAllah, we have already how many teams? 12 teams. We have 12 teams. Did you all sign up? Yes or no? No, okay. I'll give you 2 more minutes. 15 teams. 15 teams. Hajdi, have you all team? Are you guys ready? Do we have more than 18? I'm going to see who's the winner tonight. 21 teams. Doesn't look like we have 21 teams here. Women? There's more women in there? Okay, can I start? Can I start? Yes, okay. Bismillah. Okay. 10 questions. Which of these Palestinian cities has the largest number of mosques? This is easy. MashaAllah. 14, huh? Who's Team Sunnah? Who's Team Sunnah? You by yourself? 2, 3? Okay. Alhamdulillah. Very good. I don't know if we're going to hear that. You can't hear the sound, but do you know the Sheikh? He's a reciter. We all know him. It'll be easy. Volume. Can you? Sunnah? You? Population of Jordan and Palestine, Last question. Don't leave. After the last question, I have something to say. Okay? Don't leave. Yeah, sit down. We're not done yet. Done? Are you guys done? Yes. Yes? So, if you guys are the winners, you're going to get all of you a free ticket to Umrah, inshallah. Not for me. Yeah. One more question from me, actually. It's a credit. The question is, next month, inshallah, the presentation will be about which country?
Lebanon and Syria. Lebanon and Syria.
Wrong. Morocco? No, Morocco. We've done Morocco before. No. Sit down, sir. India. Next month, inshallah, chicken biryani, inshallah. The brother wants to say a couple words, two things. Hold on a second, please.
I'd like you to promise to don't forget Masjid Us-Sunnah and Palestine. Masjid Us-Sunnah not just for Palestinian people, for all Muslims in the world. We have to do something for Masjid Us-Sunnah. All generation after generation, don't forget Palestine and Masjid Us-Sunnah. Promise that. Keep that in your case. Thank you.
بارك الله فيكم جزاكم الله خير وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وجزاكم الله خير.
السلام عليكم. هذا الراجل وش عليك؟ ابتسم للكاميرا نشوف. اهلا وسهلا بك. وعليكم السلام.
Hi! Wait, is it recording me? Hi! Bye! Can I see? Oh my, Mimi. Wait a minute. Ow, Betsy, see you. Can I be in it? Can I be in? Okay. Oh no! What do you see you? Hey, Ahmad! Zakaria! Your face! That's why you look bad, man! Wait, I want to see if we can see me. We can. But I want to see. What are you picturing?